was another personality called Smythe that I felt I went through a transition as a person. So I came up with the name. I think I'm quite a good MC, quite ill on the mic ill. And I've been wearing glasses for so long that I feel like I've been like looking through window panes. So yeah, the pain comes from the windows. So yeah, just because of that transition, I just decided to have a completely new name and just like, not even revamp myself, it was more of a sort of a, you know, the revamping happened sort of naturally anyway. Because you need deniability. If I say something is Mikill Pane, then I can just say, well, I'm Justin now, so that really doesn't mean that. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's just one of those things. I think everyone, you don't have to have a split personality, but I think you know, if you want to vent, then it's probably the best idea. Yeah, well, I think there's a little bit of Mikill Pane in all of us, which makes me sound like I've had sex with more people than I actually have. But I think like everyone wants to say things that they feel that they sometimes can't say, and I suppose I see my job as that sort of channel, if you like, almost like a sort of stand-up comedian. You know, that's their job to say, you know, address taboos and things that some people might be slightly uncomfortable saying. Little Lady bears testament to that, I suppose. You know, it's quite a harrowing tale, but I suppose someone had to say it. Do you know what I mean? Eminem's the best that ever did it, to be fair. You know, obviously Slim Shady was his, you know, alter ego, and yeah, pretty much the best MC in history in my book. And he's pretty much the MC I admire the most for his sort of lyrical dexterity. I suppose, you know, the song people know me for most is Little Lady with Ed Sheeran on his Collaborations EP. That broke him, and yeah, in a way, it kind of broke me as well. It brought me you know, into the limelight a bit more. I toured with him a lot doing the song. You know, sold shitloads. So yeah, and then after that, you know, I just set out to prove that I wasn't a one-trick pony, and you know, I carried on writing. Carried on releasing material, EP after EP, and yeah, up to the present day, I'm sort of 6 EPs deep, and maybe one more coming out, and then the album next year. Pretty much finished the album. Just a few, like, you know, got to tweak a few things, but it's pretty much finished. The whole concept's in place. You know, the name's in place. You know, we go through the arrangement like daily. So yeah, it's definitely like 95% finished. It's a lot more organic now. There's you know, every EP's got different characteristics, and you know, I'm a big fan of sort of electronic music, but at the same time I'm a bigger fan of live music. So we decided to make the album, you know, it's just really easy to translate by a band, and you know, I've got a band now. So yeah, I'm gonna be touring the album with the band, definitely. And you know, obviously older material I can use a DJ and stuff, but it's just really important that it's seen, you know, in its full glory, basically. So you know, we'll definitely be travelling with like a 5 or 6 piece band. I cut my teeth as an MC years ago, but as a performer, I think it's really sort of grown, you know, over the last year. I always talk about it with my managers Adam and Jake, just, you know, how to enhance every performance. And with a band, it's just like infinitely easy. You don't think about performing with a band, you just sort of do it. There's so many more people to interact with on stage, you know, and you know, it's better for the crowd as well, because they've got more people to look at. I'm an ugly bastard, so you need some good looking people around you, do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's cool, I love it. I absolutely love touring with the band. Definitely. We always build it around the band. If, you know, Adam and Jake are both musicians, and so we literally just, amalgamate the two. The songwriting is you know, lyrically it's all done by me, and then, you know, conceptually it's done by me, and then musically all the music's written by, you know, Adam and Jake, and all, you know, guest producers on the album. We're gonna have like Will Power, who's done a lot of my previous stuff, and True Tiger, and one or two other producers. Mac One actually as well. So yeah, it's going to be, that is the main target is always to have it easily translated by a band. Well, there's that. Well, obviously, you know, bands are sort of coming back to the forefront, which is amazing. But then there is that, you know, in the charts, it's something. The charts are going to be the charts, aren't they? They, like, pop music is sort of dictated by the powers that be / the buyers. But it just seems like a lot of commercial music is sort of forced upon people, and there doesn't seem sometimes to be too many alternatives. Or people just aren't really willing to look. But there is something for everyone, and I think that there's more music now available of different genres. People are being more experimental with things than they ever have been, which is a positive. But at the same time, I think, you know, some of the powers that be are sort of tightening their grip because of this. Do you know what I mean? And bastardising a lot of things. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, there's a lot of formula, and I don't like formula, and you know, there's that, you know, that Eurodance thing that's going on now. All the American artists are suddenly European and doing this annoying. I'm not going to name any names, David Guetta, but it's all the same thing when it comes to that. You know, the major artists, they all seem to be doing the same thing, and then there's everyone else, which is cool. Because you know, that lends itself to longevity if you're just doing what you want to do and not trying to sort of adhere to that formula. I don't know. I don't really listen to hip hop, to be fair. So I couldn't tell you. British hip hop to me has always been, because you know, obviously I started in the British hip hop scene. You know, going to the open mics at Deal Real and stuff like that. But people, I think the general public probably saw British hip hop as quite angsty and quite sort of frustrated and always talking about the same sorts of things. But I don't think it should be like that. The brightest lights of British hip hop at the moment, compared to the brightest lights of British hip hop, say 5-10 years ago, it's completely changed. The sound's completely changed. What do we call British hip hop now? That's the thing. So yeah, I genuinely couldn't tell you. You know, like, the underground British hip hop is still pretty much the same, but you know, the stuff that's breaking into the charts, some people might argue that that's not even hip hop. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Annie Lennox, call me. That's it. Just Annie Lennox. Because I just think it's everything about her. It's her tone. It's the songs she writes, and from Eurythmics to, you know, to her solo days, I just always really admired her, and just for some reason I just really want to work with her. The album in 2013, a tour in September, and then I'm going back on tour with Rizzle Kicks in November and December, and that's pretty much my year in a nutshell.